bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a stud, no Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The bell got my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience than a penny hoe.
Get over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Wheeler. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Leopard! Detroit! Gun!
Looking to throw. Wheeler. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Over! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Wheeler. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Good chip.
On play action, Wentz. And an alley to run. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The open man is Smith. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. On first down, Wentz. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Wentz. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to look deep, try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And Denver getting set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on now, let's go.
They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time.
Empty.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there, taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Returnable here for Davis. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown in a Saints uniform. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
To throw on third down. Wheeler. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Motion!
On first down, Wheeler. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when we clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Don't be scared of it. Hey, alert 3!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
4 down. Check. Detroit! 47 for Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Here we go, D, get off the field. I got him, man, I got him. He's mine.
A final shot before break. Wheeler. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wentz to throw on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Throwing on 1st down. Wheeler finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on second down. Wheeler. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Gun!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? It's a quarterback sneak. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
That post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Once again here on second and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Ezekiel Ansah coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Right back to him on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Wheeler. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback, making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now Damian Williams to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Lefty.
To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Wheeler. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Wheeler. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because for the best